On dangerous roads, where each wheel is a gamble with fate, giant vehicles still roll every day, carrying dozens of tons of goods, forest wood, or heavy machinery. Today, we invite you to follow the breathtaking moments, where human strength, machinery, and even bravery are tested to the limit. A tense situation right on a slippery slope. The super long container truck tried to turn around to make the turn, but was unable to. Despite trying back and forth many times, the rear wheel was still stuck, the rear of the truck completely blocking the way. This is the consequence when the vehicle length exceeds the road's maneuverability. A seemingly small mistake, but with huge consequences. The driver was clearly trying his best, but with such a tight corner and the enormous weight of the vehicle, every move had to be calculated to the last centimeter. One wrong turn and the vehicle could skid, break the trailer, or worse, flip over on the spot. A real bog. The dozens of tons of excavator had fallen into a deep mud pit after working on soft ground, and now it couldn't get out. The engine was still running, the boom was still moving, but the tracks were almost submerged in the liquid mud. Two more excavators were immediately called in to help. One held the ground, the other reached out with a hook and pulled, inch by inch. This was more than just a mechanical rescue. It was a masterful display of teamwork between operators. Every operation must be precise, otherwise the machine may tilt or be seriously damaged. Looking at it this way, we can see that the construction site is not just a workplace, it is a battlefield of skills, courage, and solidarity. After hours of struggling through mud and rough terrain, there was finally a glimmer of hope. The excavator, which was stuck so deeply in the ground that it was almost stuck, was slowly being pulled out thanks to the coordinated efforts of the supporting excavators. Each time the bucket is raised, it is a stressful time, because if the direction is off or the force is lost, the whole process will return to the starting point. But with perseverance and skillful techniques, the construction warriors have done this seemingly impossible. The excavator was finally freed from the mud trap, to the relief of the entire team. This was not just a victory for the machines, but also a victory for the spirit of never giving up on the construction site. An accident happened right on the dangerous forest road. The truck carrying timber unfortunately skidded and overturned down the embankment. Dozens of logs weighing hundreds of kilograms fell down, blocking the path, creating a chaotic scene. Immediately, a claw machine was dispatched to the scene. Not only was it tasked with cleaning up the fallen wood, it also had to calculate each movement precisely so as not to make the situation worse. Each log lifted was a step forward in the rescue effort, and after hours of intense work, the route was gradually cleared, and the overturned vehicle could be pulled out. Once again, machines and men worked together in harmony to overcome the challenges of the deep forest. A tense climb in the middle of the jungle. The heavy truck loaded with logs struggled to climb meter by meter on the slippery, rugged slope. The engine roared as if it was fighting gravity to keep going. But it's not just the car below. Men are clinging to the sides, using chains and ropes to reinforce the load, keep it balanced, and support the car from sliding. A small mistake, a wheel slip, can also lead to unforeseen consequences. This is not just an everyday scene in the mountains, but a testament to the courage, resilience, and perseverance of the people who face danger every day to bring wood from the forest down to the lowlands. This is the real journey of the wood truck drivers, where every meter of road is a battle with nature and human limits. The truck carrying timber was trying to climb a hill in the middle of the forest, but then suddenly, the wheels lost traction. The truck slid backwards with the engine roaring and dust flying into the sky. The whole truck was thrown backwards, facing the risk of tipping over at any moment. At that moment, my heart almost stopped beating. Just one wrong turn. Just one sharp tilt. The consequences would be unimaginable. Luckily, the driver kept his cool. The car stopped just in time. narrowly avoiding disaster. And then, after passing the slope, came the muddy road. The rear wheels spun in the soft soil. Half the car almost sunk into the ground. The heavy load, the weak road, all combined to create a challenge that only strong will and great experience could overcome.
Yeah. Bye.
Another challenging mountain road section. The right-hand log truck started to skid as it climbed the hill, tilting to one side. The enormous weight of the logs made it almost impossible to control the front of the truck. One front wheel almost came off the road. The driver was forced to stop midway, while his fellow passengers quickly jumped down to help. Some checked the wheels, others climbed into the cabin to adjust the direction. All were straining like a bowstring to save the car from a catastrophic rollover. Behind is another logging truck, paused, possibly preparing to respond. This scene is not uncommon in the mountains, but it always makes the viewer's heart stop. Every climb is a gamble with the durability of the machine and the courage of the man. On these rugged, slippery, and dangerous roads, every trip is a journey of sweat, skill, and even risk. Truck drivers, timber carriers, or excavators are not just working, they are fighting every day with nature to make a living. If you admire their spirit and perseverance, don't forget to like the video to support them, and comment below with your thoughts. Which situation in this video do you think is the most stressful? Or if you have witnessed similar situations, share your story. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, so you don't miss out on the most authentic footage from the most extreme roads.